Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. This is Natalie for dieselDollarBudgets, and today I'm going to be going through the planner update for Q2. These are what I'm going to be using to help myself keep accountable for all my goings on in every aspect of my life. So if that's something that you'd be interested in watching, please stay tuned for more. So as you can see here, I have changed some of the covers in some of my planners and even added new ones. So I'll just get started with the main planner that I use every day, which is my everyday carry, and I'll just open this up and show you how I'm using it. So you may remember that at the start of 2023, I decided that I was going to use a Hobonichi Weeks Mega in the turquoise cover. I actually ended up switching out of this planner because I just felt like the back pages, although I loved having all of my, daily notes and everything in the planner itself, I found that it was really bulky, and although it lays flat, out of the cover, I felt that the cover, with the cover on that I'm using, which is a Moterm black pebbled cover, it was just too bulky and wasn't something that I was really enjoying using. So I did go up to March in this planner, and then I switched out for, mid-March, but I have still been really enjoying using a Hobonichi Weeks, which you will see in this. So I haven't really got much of a layout on the pockets of this planner. I've just got an ollie clip here in the white, but as you can see, I changed out of the turquoise colour cover to a standard Bunny Weeks. I don't know why. I just really wanted to use the Bunny Weeks. I just love the colour of it. My favourite colour is teal, but I just absolutely adored the Bunny Weeks cover. That, and it was slimmer, and it was just something that I really wanted to use. In the cover, as you can see, I've got a "This Planner Belongs To" thing here, just in case my planner goes missing. I've got my, pencil board, which, I use that all the time. And then I've got in here, I have a fountain pen. This is a Moonman or a Mohan A1 pen, which you can buy off Amazon, but I found that the nibs of the Pilot vanishing point pens actually fit into this design of the pen, so I'm actually using an extra fine nib with that, and that is just inked with Diatramentus archival ink, and I use this ink in all of my planners. I just find that it's the one that dries the fastest, it's the blackest, and I just really love this pen and ink combo in my Hobonichi Weeks. So getting this sort of barrel, it's a lot cheaper than what the Pilot pens are, so I just, I really liked it, and I've been enjoying using it. I like having a heavier pen anyway, and not that I've got anything against Pilot, but when you can go for a $50 pen like that and then just swap out a nib from a Pilot vanishing point, I'd rather do that than spend the almost $300 to get a new barrel just so it's matching the planner. So getting on from that, I'll just show you how I'm using it. Again, in here I've got just a piece of blotting paper, my weekly task lists, habit list, and social media key, which I've been using for all of my planners. And yeah, I've still been really enjoying it. This is the layout that I've been using. Sometimes I add stickers, sometimes I don't. I like to use the little dots on the side here and make a delineating line, so I've got this space here where I can put in my daily tasks, and then in this I use that section for my tasks of the day. Then on the right hand page, I'm just going to say that used to, put in all of my social media posts for the week in here. But I found that it was too cluttered, and then, I started using my Hobonichi cousin in a different way. So instead of tracking everything here, that's now, instead of tracking all my social media here, that's now in my Hobonichi cousin. So I then, for this week, have changed out the layout, which I'm actually really enjoying. I like how it goes across the full page. I'm still using that part here where it's, different sections for each of the days, but I'm really enjoying this. The only downside with the normal weeks is that there isn't as many notes pages, although I haven't used a lot in the back of this planner. I still want to use dailies, so what I've done is I've taken one of those supplementary Hobonichi books. I'll get a blank one to show you now. So this is how those blank notebooks look, and they're very, very just, you know, a small, thin, supplementary book that you can get from Hobonichi itself. What I like to do is I like to cover it with a, you know, complimentary cardstock. Oh, words nut. And then I like to plan my monthlies in here, my trackers. So, you know, for May I've got all my habits, my sleep and my mood. I've then got something that I'm using for my mental health, which is my roles in life. And then it goes into the daily pages. I use this all through March and April, and I've really been enjoying it. Although I could do this in the notes pages in the back of the Hobonichi weeks itself, I tend to like having something that I can pull out and take with me. You know, if I didn't want to take this full planner away with me somewhere, I can just take this and chuck it in my bag and I'm not so worried about it. So yeah, that's how I've been updating using that, and I just tuck this into the back of the planner if we don't get in there. As you can see, I have taped down the bookmarks in this planner, but I haven't taken them out. And I like to have tabs for each of the different sections, if you can see. I had originally tabbed it with sticky tabs that I made myself, but I decided that I've liked the look of these metal tabs a lot more so. Those are the Midori tabs, and I use them to get to my month, my current week, my current habit tracker, and then the current daily page. So that's how I've been using my Hobonichi weeks, and let's get on to the next planners. So here we have the planner that I was originally in my A5 size Hobonichi Black Pebbled. I have actually swapped out of this. The cousin, although I love it, was very, very chunky, and I decided that I didn't like the way that I was using it. I have been watching a lot of Megan Rhiannon videos, and you know, I just really, really enjoyed the way that she was doing commonplacing, and I decided that I wanted to do that in my planner as well. So in April I actually switched out and I decided to change it up a bit, but you know, this is what I've been using, I was using previously. This is the sort of layout that I was doing in my Hobonichi cousin, where I've got, you know, my to-do lists on the side. I had my tarot card of the day and a lot of blank space, and then the weeklies I was barely even using them. Like, you know, as you can see, there's like nothing really, there's only a few things, and I really didn't like the way that I was using this as an hourly planner, because that's just not how I plan, and I felt that it was, you know, very tedious, and it just irked me. So what I did is I switched out of this planner and I went and I got myself a Hobonichi Cousin Avec. So technically I'm still using a Hobonichi Cousin, but I've actually just decided to go to the Avec, which is the half year. And what I like to do in here is I've got two planners in here. I've got the Avec, which is a planner that is 6 months of the year. Sadly, it is in Japanese, and I don't read Japanese, but I prefer that this be a half year, and then I can have a blank notebook in the back for common placing. As I say, I've been using watching a lot of Megan Rhiannon, and then getting a lot of inspiration from common placing. So, you know, I just decided that this combination was absolutely perfect for my everyday needs. I'll just go through and show you how I'm actually using this now, and I find that the system is so much better than what I was using before. So, in the monthlies, I'm actually recording all of my social media in here. So just using stickers to show what the social media was, whether it was Instagram or YouTube or whatever it may be. I've also gone on for this month of May, which we've just started, it's May 4th. I've put in my appointments that I've got, and any, you know, holidays or anything like that. Any of the stickers that you see in these planners, other than the ones that I point out, I have made myself. They're not currently for sale in my Etsy store, but, you know, that is something I would eventually like to bring to the shop. So this is how I'm using the monthly, and as the month has certainly just started, that's that. Then we'll go on to the weekly pages, and I'll go to a completed week so I can show you. I'm using this as my, weekly task list. Sort of similar to how I'm using the Hobonichi Cousin with my Hobonichi Weeks with my dailies, but this is more of a running task list that I can, this is open on my desk, whereas the Hobonichi Weeks is more of a, carry all every day with me wherever I go, if I go out. Which I haven't been. If you've been keeping up to date with all my mental health stuff, I'm suffering from agoraphobia, and it's just not been, easy for me to leave the house lately. So, as I say, this is how I've had the setup for my Hobonichi Cousin. I've got my trackers on the side here, then I've got a running to-do list for the week. I then like to have my morning routines up here unless I've got an appointment that day, and then I put the appointment up the top, front and center, that way that I know that I've got an appointment for the day. And then I have my to-do list, any social media that I want to post for that day, or anything that's scheduled for that day, and then my evening routine down the bottom. So, making sure that I'm taking my medications, writing a journal entry, anything like that. And this has really, really been helping me because with my depression and anxiety, I have been forgetting a lot of things that I need to do during the day to, basically keep myself alive. I haven't been showering regularly. I've, just fallen into a severe depression, and having a little notes and task lists and things that help me to keep myself accountable, I really, really have been enjoying this. This is the current week, and as you can see with any of the posts that I plan on using, I use sticky notes, which I have designed myself. These are categorized by the planner, or whether it's, just a general YouTube video. So blue is for my Hobonichi Weeks, because it's blue. Pink is the Hobonichi Cousin, which is this planner. Purple is for my Hobonichi Techo A6, which is, you'll see in a minute. And then I've got teal for any other YouTube posts or Instagram videos that I want to use. These are the previous sticky notes that I was using, but I recently switched to these ones. I just find that, if I want to put multiple things in here for the day, it takes up less space. So now let's go on to how I'm using the monthly pages. So I'd say, back in March is when Megan Rhiannon made a video about how she was going to be using the Hobonichi Cousin, and I felt really inspired by that. Previously, as I said, I was continuing to use the planner with minus the tarot card daily journal, with, again, the task list to the side, then, anything, but I felt like I was really, really wasting a lot of the page, and it was really irking me. So what I did was, taking inspiration from Megan Rhiannon, you can see here on the 26th of March, I've actually made a note of, the layout that she had been using. So I decided to copy that and emulate that because I really wanted to add in a lot more, photos and things like that. And as you can see, in doing that, I've used up a lot more of the page. Going into it, this is how it's been working for me. Just been keeping different sections of information. So, updates on my mental health. This night, Luke and I watched, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and we've been, doing a whole bunch of stuff. Here's more work stuff, just videos and movies we've been watching, books I've been reading. I started here Daughter of Smoke and Bone, which is an audio book that I've been trying to get through for ages, but, haven't been able to. Then we go into April, where I started using the Stalogy dot notes, dot marker index color dots in order to use, categorize what the subject of the entries were, because as you can see, before I didn't have that, and I had a lot of different inserts and a lot of different things, and information was getting lost. So I ordered these from Bumboogoo on here in Australia. I've then also got, so I've stuck that onto a sticky note, and I can go through and tell you what my key is. So the grey I'm using for copied information. So movies, book, synopsis and, you know, anything that's copied text. The blue is my brain dump, so personal ramblings and that sort of thing. Purple is a journal or memory keeping. This sort of medium purple I'm using for work-related tasks. This hot pink is inspirations, so affirmations or images and artwork that I really like. And then I've got the black dot here for special interests, which I've divided into 3 different categories. One being hobbies, like so new things that I want to, new people I want to watch, new things that I want to look at. And another one being, as you know, we've been looking for, you may know if you watch some of my other videos, we've been looking at getting a service animal. So one of those is, you know, information about service animals that I'd like to look up. As part of this, I've got my bullet journal key here, which is, you know, what I use to as a bullet journal, and then I've also got another social media key here. Then I've got the download from Sterling Ink of the you know, the monthly calendar. So as you can see here, this is a good example of how I'm using those dots. Here we've got, like, you know, planner back planning, so that's a work thing. I would consider it because, you know, it's, you know. Then I've got a journal entry here. This was my mother's birthday, and there are all my nieces. Luke and I celebrated our 8-year anniversary, so that was just, you know, a bit of rambling. We watched War for the Planet of the Apes. Just, you know, I've been able to put in a lot more information, and I feel like I'm not wasting the pages as much. Again, here's some work tasks. This is where I came up with my social media key and, you know, the colour sticky notes, which are now defunct because I've changed it to a different colour sticky note. Affirmations, just little random notes, like when we had Nala for the day or the week or something like that. Here's where I washed Nala. Here is an excerpt from The Sandman, which is a audio comic by Neil Gaiman, and Neil Gaiman is an author that I absolutely adore. I love him. So I just have just a bit of a synopsis of the audio book that I was listening to. Again, journal entries, just anything that's, you know, for the days. And I've been using this for a long time, so like movies that I'm watching, again, journal entries, happy mail days, just, you know, bits and pieces from my life. And this is when I got those stickers and I decided what I was going to use the categories for. And this has been working out really, really well for me. I've been absolutely loving that I'm, you know, utilizing these pages a lot more so than what I was beforehand. It's just been working really, really, really well for me. I don't like to forward plan in these pages. I just, you know, anything that's happening on the day is what I put in there. So here we're coming to the end of the month, and May, you know, we're in May now, but I've kept the tracker on here to switch over because I want to do a flip through and film my flip throughs of these pages. So again, still using the same system. This is the last 2 days, and here we are on the 4th. So May the 4th be with you if you're nerdy like me. But I'm really enjoying this system. I intend on planning to continue to use this system. As I say, it's just been really, really helping me, making me feel like I've got more space to sort of decide where I want to put things. And I like that. I like being able to say, well, you know, I want to have a little bit about work here, and, you know, then I want to say something about, you know, a bit of brain drain, things that I'm thinking of that's not really mental health related, or that is mental health related, or that's, you know, not really a journal entry, and then have a journal entry later on in the day. So I'm going to continue using this system. As I say, I've also got a pencil board in the back here. I've got some paper that I've ripped out of the back when I ran out of space in this planner, and then I had the Bright Spark thought because, yeah, I've added a bit of that paper to the bottom here, just so I had more space to write down, and because I can't read those quotes or anything, I just find it wasted space, but I did want to put in a bit more notes down here. And I did use my big brain girl thoughts, and instead of, you know, just chucking out this planner, I want to use the pages in here to maybe add to this planner on the bottom if I need the space. So far I haven't, but you know, it is what it is. It might happen, but at least I've got that option. Even though, ooh, that came off, that's not good. Even though I have just started using this, I did try and go back and back plan for, you know, June and January and February, but as you can see, it hasn't worked. Part of my OCD brain and wanting this to be a complete system makes me want to get the Hobonichi Cousin April start, spring start, so that I can have the complete planner. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I'm tempted to. I know it's a lot of money just to sort of waste on a planner when I've gotten so far in this, and then of course I would have to fill in the April pages with all of this information again. That doesn't bother me. I'm an agoraphobe. I haven't been working. I need something to do, so that would give me something to do. But it's all down to money. It's whether I want to sacrifice other things and put money into that. I'm still in two minds of it, but we'll see what happens. As I say, then the second book I've got in here, which is another reason I'm thinking that I just want to get the April start spring Hobonichi, is I've got this Hobonichi notebook in here that is completely blank. So it's just wasted space. And, you know, I would like to use this for some of my notes and everything, but I don't know why. I just haven't. And it's really irking me. So that's another reason why I'm thinking about getting the spring start, so I can just have it all in one planner and, you know, start from the start again. Anxiety, mental health make you do crazy things, and planning and, you know, just organising my system, this is how I've been surviving really. So that might be a way of me, you know, occupying my mental health and helping me feel accomplished for the day. So just in the pockets here, I've got some of those Stalogy notes, sticky notes, dot markers, index dots. So as I say, you've seen what they're used for. But then going into what I was using for my tarot journaling, because I'm no longer using it in my Hobonichi Cousin, I had to add another book to the planner lineup. Et voila! Here we have a Moterm grey cover, and in it I've got the Hobonichi Techo in the A6. I've been using this for my tarot journaling for the last few months. Again, I'm having that whole, you know, do I buy a spring start again? It is a lot of money, and, you know, part of me wants to, but part of me is like, don't be stupid. But, you know, part of me wants to. In this, I am just categorising each day what sort of suit comes up for me, because I do a daily draw. So I've got blue for cups, purple for the major arcana, the swords are yellow, then I've got red for the wands and green for the pentacles. So, you know, earth, air, fire, water and spirit, or the Fool's Journey. So I've just been, you know, tracking which ones come up on a daily basis and just seeing how my months have been turning out. It's been nice for me to keep track of. We've then got the monthlies, which as you can see I haven't used, and I'm not really sure how I want to use them, but we'll see what we do. And then I'll go on to I'll show you like how I've been using it. We've got the April page here, and this is just again that Sterling ink free download, so I just put that on the full page. And I've been using this as a daily log of each of my cards that I've been pulling. I created stickers to go with this, and again, these stickers are ones that I've made myself, but the artwork is by a lady called Julie Dreams Co. I'll put a link for her Etsy store. She's got a lot of nice artwork that I tend to use and turn into stickers. So what I like to do when I do my daily draw, I write down the tarot card, the astrology symbols, the element that it represents, and a quote. And then I've got the keywords from 3 different sources on the side. The sources that I use are Bridget Estelmont's The Ultimate Guide to tarot card meetings. You might know her as Biddy Tarot. Then I've got, on my iPad, I've got the Total Tarot app and the Labyrinthos app. So I take information from the 3 different sources and combine it into one resource for myself. And that way, you know, I can study each one of the cards and learn their meanings. And this is a way that I've been doing a bit of self-care. As part of it, I have put a reflection section on the side here, but I haven't been using it, and it's, you know, it's something that I want to start to use in May. We're already in May 4th, and I haven't been doing that, but, you know, we're trying. These blank spaces where I haven't done a daily card draw, I want to use to, like, you know, maybe write down some notes on different spreads that I can use during the year. Here we are going into May. Again, we've got that Sterling Ink monthly calendar, and then we've got designed new stickers to put in this, just because I wanted to have, you know, nice writing, and because I was using this font in my other planners, I wanted to have that in here too. So yeah, again, as I say, just having leaving space, and I'll put in information for spreads that I can use. And then here we are on May the 4th. In this planner, I am using a Pilot Metropolitan in the with a Pilot Kuoko extra fine nib. These nibs are interchangeable in this pen, and that has been inked with Diatramentus Document ink. This says fog grey, but it's blue grey. It was just a misprint bottle that I got from Larry's post on the internet. And then the other pen that I've got in there is, again, got the Diatramentus Archive ink in the black. So, you know, oops. As I say, that blue makes it stand out with the titles. I did originally get that ink to use in my Hobonichi Weeks because it matches the Bunny Weeks cover so well, but I didn't end up using it. So I'm using it in here instead. And I've been really enjoying this. This is helping me to keep up to date with my tarot study and helping me to learn these cards a lot quicker and easier. So hopefully you enjoyed this little update of my planner system for quarter 2. I would say that I'm as close to planner piece as I can be for the moment, but as you can tell from how I've been acting, I am still wondering whether I go for the April starts with these planners. And you know, like, this is my passion, this is my hobby, this is how I've been keeping myself sane, and sometimes I get hyper focused on, you know, making things perfect. And, you know, I started a whole new planner and back planned everything because I wanted to get rid of the mega weeks. So, you know, knowing me, I'll probably eventually do that anyway, and it'll give me something to do. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Please comment down below what you guys are using for your planner system in the second quarter of the year. Other than that, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!